Your burner phone only rings when a billionaire makes a mistake. At 3:14 a.m., it vibrates. The text says you have exactly 45 minutes before the local police receive an anonymous tip. The target is a journalist. He just discovered that the world's largest investment bank is intentionally collapsing foreign economies, allowing the elite to quietly seize control of entire countries. This journalist thinks he's about to win a Pulitzer. You are here to ensure he becomes a tragic statistic. You arrive at his apartment building with 12 minutes to spare. No cameras in the alley, no doorman. You bypass the deadbolt in 8 seconds. You don't carry a weapon. A weapon leaves the wrong kind of evidence. You step into the apartment. The shower is running. His laptop is open. It's time to go to work. This journalist is thorough, but he's an amateur. He left his laptop unlocked while the water was running. You deploy a custom rootkit from your flash drive. In 60 seconds, it shreds his hard drive, his cloud backups, and his encrypted email servers. Digital is easy, but paranoid journalists always keep physical backups. The industrial electromagnet you brought scrambles every solid-state drive in the drawer into useless scrap metal. The data is gone. Now, it's time to build the narrative, a disgraced paranoid reporter who finally cracked under the pressure. You place the perfectly forged note on his keyboard. Then the shower stops. Your heart rate doesn't spike. You simply step into the shadow by the door, prepare the untraceable compound. He steps out, exhaling a cloud of steam. Before his eyes can adjust to the dark, you close the distance. There is no struggle. The proprietary synthetic is administered effortlessly. It takes less than a second. To the medical examiner, it will perfectly mimic a sudden massive cardiac event, a tragic system failure brought on by extreme stress and paranoia. You check his vitals to confirm the outcome. Then you maneuver his unresponsive frame over to the desk to complete the narrative. The devil is in the details. You press his fingers against the whiskey glass, carefully staging the room to look like a man who simply pushed himself past his breaking point. You do one final sweep. No forced entry, no digital footprint. Just a broken, disgraced man who couldn't handle the weight of his own delusions. You are 3 seconds from walking out the door when a secondary hidden device lights up under a stack of mail. The journalist was paranoid. He set up a dead man switch. If he didn't log in by 4 a.m., an encrypted cache automatically sent itself. A lethal revelation just landed on the server of a major downtown publishing house. Your night isn't over. Publisher's office is 20 blocks away. Corporate security is tight but predictable. They rely on cameras, not guards. You clone a night manager's key card from the lobby database and take the service elevator to the 42nd floor. You locate the chief editor's terminal. The server hasn't synced with their off-site backup yet. You have a narrow window to permanently corrupt the incoming file. The deletion reaches 90%. Then you hear the vacuum drop, a night shift cleaner. She isn't supposed to be on this floor until 5 a.m. Panic sets in, and she pulls out a cheap cell phone. Her hands are shaking violently. She is 1 digit away from calling the police. You have a choice. The file is erased. You could easily sprint past her, take the emergency stairs, and vanish into the city. But she saw your face. She could give a sketch artist your jawline and eye color, and your employers do not pay you to leave loose threads. Empathy is a luxury you cannot afford. You cross the room before her thumb can press the final number. A precise, calculated hold. In 11 seconds, she simply fades out. You position her at the bottom of the service stairs. A tragic late-night slip and fall. The secret remains buried. By 6 a.m., the city is waking up, completely unaware that its reality was rewritten while it slept. Protocol dictates a face-to-face debrief. You arrive at a private floor in the financial district. He doesn't have a name. To you, he is simply the representative of the board. He doesn't ask about the reporter. He doesn't ask about the cleaning lady. Collateral damage is just a line item on his budget. He hands you a bearer bond card, $7.5 million routed through a labyrinth of offshore shell accounts. Completely untraceable. He takes a sip of his drink and says, "History is just a narrative, agreed upon by the survivors. Thank you for editing the draft." You walk back into the crowd. The senators keep their seats. The corporations keep their money. The machine keeps turning. You are the invisible hand that keeps the 1% on their thrones. You return to an apartment that costs more than most people make in a lifetime. It is perfectly clean, perfectly quiet, and entirely empty. $7.5 million. You pour a measure of 40-year-old scotch. You look at your hand holding the glass. You expect to see a tremor. You expect to feel the weight of the journalist's life, or see the terrified eyes of the cleaning lady staring back at you. But there is nothing. She wasn't the first innocent variable you've erased. There was a pedestrian in Geneva, the hotel maid in Tokyo. The collateral damage piles up year after year. How long has it been? You wait for the guilt to hit you. You wait for the moral gravity of what you do to finally crush your conscience, but there is only a cold, deafening silence inside your chest. You realize the most terrifying truth of the elites. The people pulling the strings didn't steal your soul. You sold it to them piece by piece until there was nothing left to feel. You are no longer a human being. You are just an expensive algorithm executing code. You turn on the television. You need to verify that the network anchors receive the script. Right on time. At 6 a.m., the anchor solemnly reports an accident with a journalist. The public swallows the lie with their morning coffee, and there, scrolling at the bottom of the screen like a meaningless footnote, is the woman from the stairs, reduced to 10 words of filler between the weather and the sports. You watch millions of people wake up. They have families. They have debt. They have messy, chaotic lives. You have none of those things. You have $7 million in an offshore account, and not a single personal item in this entire room. You have no friends, no loyalties, no identity. You realize you aren't a captive of the elites. You are simply a cog in its machinery, and without the machine feeding you targets, telling you where to go and who to erase, you simply do not exist. For a fraction of a second, the silence of the room almost swallows you whole. Then, the phone rings again, and you feel a sick, hollow wave of relief. You have seen exactly how the machine works, how the 1% bury their mistakes, and how the rest of the world just keeps on spinning. If you want to survive the next protocol and learn the real rules of the game, hit the subscribe button to access the next classified file. And remember, trust no one.